Hi, it's 4:20, so I'm still alone as usual. So I figured I'd share my 4:20 with you. Hmm. You. There was a you this way too. Oh yeah, beware of the education system. Now, where are you supposed to go? So I gave rolls to the parasites at the bottom. They have this heart rose and this heart nail that drains life quite dandily. I gave him spot and the butterfly. And there's little sun symbols all over around. I had a whole bunch of animals in here. I don't know where they came from exactly, but I got all these. I got these little spirits that appear everywhere. They kind of make faces. They spot pop up the two eyes and make a face out of whatever's in the eyesight kind of thing. And they have different facial expressions. You know, sometimes I heard it real bad, and that just moved. It went flip. There's this flicker there. There's flickers all over the place. All of a sudden, that flux piece, part of the image kind of unlocks and flux. Clockwork style. It switches reality. It's a reality shifter. Yeah, it's fun to play with reality. That's what I always do. So I wanted to tell you that I really appreciate your pictures, especially associating bands and what artists do, musicians, because that's how I do it. It's just by listening to music and letting the music do the talking kind of thing. The music knows where to throw what. There's this thing beyond thought that I just kissed you with thought. Point. Oh, my thought is yours, or is your thought mine now? I think we both have each other's thoughts. Oh, what were you thinking about? This? I was thinking about this. Yeah, I play around with images a lot. Now I'm well. On these pictures, I don't really like doing that. I prefer just surfing and riding the picture kind of thing, and because all those little COVID spirit things that make see, there's one up there, so you can probably say hi. Say hi. See, he just moved a bit like that. He went, you opened this. So they take like the eyes and stuff and make it. Because this overhead was really popular because they thought they'd control my thought being my overhead. Eh? But I have guardian angels that send them to the sea, where I have my unique sailboat. And there's the roses up there, the rose in the lighthouse. The leftover crack and the City of Angels. Then there's a dog head guy with samurai dude that do a great job. And then there's this.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Michel Hamas, je suis avocat au barreau de Marseille. J'interviens depuis plusieurs mois dans les dossiers d'enfants placés. Et comme certains de mes confrères, nous avons commencé à dénoncer ce qui se passe dans le secret des bureaux des juges pour enfants. Parce que ce sont des audiences à huis clos, il n'y a pas de public, il n'y a pas de journaliste, il n'y a personne. Et ils peuvent faire ce qu'ils veulent, et surtout n'importe quoi. On va dénoncer des...
That's a really warm welcome. I mean, lots of really good friends that are all serial killers. So when they all have a stud on your stud coat, disintegrating clients, and they'd walk away just spirit form, kind of. I don't know what happened to them after that. They would have kind of looked like they were disintegrating or dissipating. That's the punishment for fundamentally evil souls. There's a new set of breakers that just appeared. There's ropes here to. There's chains. All these chains you got to get rid of. These ones. Ding, ding, bang, that, and. I like those hand signs. They just say a lot. Oh, the ninja move. Oh, where does it hurt? Or is it stuck? It's stuck there. There. And see, oh, we're gonna help them out here. Now it loves that. So it's gonna swift around the dopamine and serotonin generator with this psychopath, sociopath, American psycho, which I am. And it's not the witches they're burning this time. So yeah, so that's about. I don't want to make this video too long because otherwise I get into these deliriums and people think I'm really weird. It's just that sometimes I have to adopt some sort of fictive illucubration fictive. I have to become a utopia speaker to create utopia. I have to fall into the realm of craziness and lapses and trying to get my hair fit. Bing. No, they hate that when I do that. They bounce off those lights they used to go to. They bounce off them and fall on another network, and then they totally forget who they were. So that. Well, they kind of, they end up forgetting because they like the new shit they get. So I hope you've been getting good reflexes and dynamics and good portals open. And these spies in the realm shifter, praying for cats and dogs disease with their ears. Because it attracts your attention. When something attracts your eyesight, they flash something and it teleports them to the first white little light. Or some of them, it's black holes. What they basically do is try to corrupt the white and black and all colors kind of thing. To get them dirty against, get the dependence system that took away the Tao and the Way and the chakras and the generator and the Prana and whatever vital energy, the chi that we used to have. But by taking that away from us behind their wall, I have an emerald wall. Here it is, bang. By taking those away, they'd kind of make us dependent because we wouldn't have all that universal energy, that life energy, the elixir, the sweet beer, the whiskey, the rum. Well, because we had to drink so much whiskey to get that knowledge out in the royal blue. Godless royal blue. I opened royal blue. People could get master's colors if they deserve it. Because I'm the king. Most of the time. Got these chains to... That's why I do these weird moves. What's flashing? Look in your peripheral vision. Concentrate on something that will be flashing more. I see these objects flash. Sometimes it's just to announce how the person is. you'll get, or and also he's gonna love you a bit. So you get the gums at the corner store. So when you see the gum, well, you know it's gonna be a little loving from the guy. He gives you a little gum to chew, or whatever. You get trees, deer, whatever, colors. The identification system once they went through the scanner. Or sometimes it's bad lights. It's because I had bad COVIDs. The spirit entities that those they probably they bring you to the asylum and say you're crazy when you talk about that stuff because they're protected by the psychiatric hospitals and stuff. Fascism created psychiatry and most of the mental illness. You just had a toke a joint. It's good weed. It's government weed. But I think the government's a big racket. The liberals, there's a big L on that, eh? Looks like hell to me. They got all their friends that don't pay taxes to buy the companies where they grow the weed. So I'm sure there's a big racket, that stuff. But at least it comes without a dealer's kiss kind of thing. These button things used to be favorite spots. I wonder who got that spot, that white dot spot with the blue sifter in it. They stay pure, these ones, and they kind of have master color around them, eh? They're allowed to use mastery here, but only to help. And this is the old blue with too much green in it that would make things corrupt. So I'm bringing them there to get the true blue and wood sift and then a hormonal medic pack. And I wire them on for the shadows, make blood for the vampires, put them in my overhead so they give me feedback through the angels. So if they want to move my head, they move it through this. But they can only distract me in order to fix something that's wrong, or to show me something better than what I was going to look for, to put me in a better track, or to show me a gorgeous woman. So that's what I do. I fuck women pictures because the gun, the 12 gauge, bing, bing, bing. That's when you're a obnoxious prick and you're saying all these insults. It's 12 gauge, bong. You can saw it off and get even more into it. Some people need insults and they need to be humiliated and you need to touch their ego that way. You have to get them angry because they're so perfect that nobody ever insults them. So that's the key sometimes, insulting. Like being really a little kid prick, a 12-year-old prick that just guns his way through insult world and with 12 gauge. Because they go 10, 7, 8, 9. So if 7, 8, 9, then you made it 10, 11, 12. So then when 7, 8, 9, then you made it to hell, heaven, but they sent you back to 12 again. So you ended up at 13, I guess, with the 7. Clang, dong, hangman, jury. Yeah, that was my number 7. I was lucky number 7. That's when they hang you. It's hard to be a rebel. So yeah, I'm being a little kid now. So I wonder what they want. I continuously look at what I try to look at, and I notice that most of the time, what I look at first isn't what I wanted to look at all. It's what this spirit that possesses me wants me to look at. But the thing is I had the curse of Christ, or the Good Night's curse. And my name was written on the Harley Quinn's bat, So that made me what they call best. When they say mon best, my best, it's because you're you're the best candidate kind of thing. You're the one most likely to succeed, which means the one most likely to double you. You is them because of old Jewish scripture. Eve, the old W was another sound, and instead of pronouncing it Eve, you would say you. So you is the girl, or the woman, girls, kids, children, birds. So you, well, I love you. So you is the vice president in some sort of way because it's the vice city president of the city of angels, kind of thing. Well, what became the city of angels? The city of angels probably was better than what the Sin City is, I think. But whatever city of angel is now, city I live in, city loves me. Yeah, I was the one that was babysitting LL and HASS, Mr. HASS. Ha 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 ha, ho ho ho. That was a Christmas Christ attack. Straight stations of the grass, no, playing. Yeah, that's a frequency attack. Frequency is nice, isn't it? So what I actually do is I check out what I want to look at, and then I verify what my reflex makes me do, what direction it brings me that way. If something locks on this hurt thing, and something is loved into loving this, and I examine and pop chains. These chains are like these little wires that were tied with love on the tape, on the mental dough we have inside us. I have this dough thing. More chains, more popcorn. It's because it's tape that's been fusioned and welded together with love, associating this thing to the word that was said with love. Thing, it's tied. Tied. See, now I just tied it somewhere else. I wanted to go there, but see, it hurts where I want to go now. I didn't want it, so it can't go there. It's locked, see? Because I tied it. I tied two things already now. So you don't really have to, you can tie them this way too. You can tie. That's when you switch a whole bunch of wiring, cross-wired kind of thing. And you try to always wire the whole thing up and to tie everything up in a better way. I put a regression, an anti-regression machine that I created that prevents us from going back to worse things that we were. If we're good, if we're evil, we get worse all the time unless we heal and participate at the game. Now I'm doing that crazy dance because I gotta get this wired to this, but going the other way around, avoiding this, breaking these chains off. See, a new dynamic has been created. Fuck the world, bang. Yeah, now you're getting the gin. Wants me to unhook something there. He wants a checkpoint there. And then it goes to the corner, but the corner is blocked by pain. It takes us down here instead. Out to the yellow, that would be a good idea. Through the analyzer, then fix the trigger, ping that, and then the dopamine, hormonal checkpoint, back to the power. The steampunk glasses get updated, make a present with the red and white spots, go fetch some new candidates that were fermenting in the wet and the white and red checkerboard box with a star and a flower on it. So whoever was in there gets to go there, bang, in the green bath. Machine gun, tattoo green bath. It's just tattoos and everything. We give them a bit of red from some humans. There we go, we got their bath done. So and then they'll update the shadows. Make Mary's blood. Lock it in the shelf. Update my overhead. Make some essential oil, odor, aromatherapy stuff. Break off any anchors. Give them a one-way bang. Feed them and give the money. $1 million. So that's pretty much what I do all day. Is I even have a white spot. I'm kind of a nice guy because this is off-white. This is a purging white. Whoever wants white might probably end up there or in Mary's blood. They rarely see this, or they don't want to make it to this corner. Actually, they send us to that corner, but we have a protection. Because the shoulder here activates that to keep us out of there. Now I update my COVIDs. Yeah, you can try that. The COVIDs are actually little spirits that bounce everywhere. And I call them COVIDs. I don't know why. Something I make. Sometimes I just know something. I never learned it anywhere, but I just know it, and it seems so right. That's probably from being it for so long. I was getting all the common knowledge for the common collective mind space, being linked with love and having good and evils blasting me from above. Well, that made me some sort of eternal knowledge, kind of. I don't know everything. But every time I need to know something, it kind of just appears in my mind. And I kind of know exactly what to do all the time. I just have to trust my will, kind of bang. And not try too hard. Because when I try, I act in an egoistic way because I'm trying to satisfy my own convictions. That's why I'm trying. Sometimes you've got to try in order to impregnate with your will and opinion and all that, to sift your spirit into things. But trying is a good way to influence or inspire your surroundings or to update the collective mind space. But when you try, sometimes you're making the mistakes of what your dominator or whoever possesses your mind wants you to do, because they use hate and anger and control it and use it against you, making you make mistakes and regress, which is impossible right now. Since I blocked it this time here, so we're like this actually. Okay, new rail. So okay, and now I'm back to my new self again. I have been transformed. I wonder if that scene cuts. There's these videos you get the cuts in them. That's when they actually gotta cut off and start at a new checkpoint all the time. I don't really notice those shifts. I die so many times. Oh, okay, I'm getting weird again. There's so many chains laying around. We're constantly updating chains, depending on the bath we get, I guess. This is another bath machine I like. Sifting people through this, especially the white spots, the evil whites. I slashed them in those are the eagles. I think it's the American eagles or something, or whatever wants to dominate. Always wants wings and diamonds, and or the top of the triangle, or an eye, or it tries to get to your hair, or they pretend to be your shoulder, your left shoulder, to invade your left flank up to the front. But whatever white spots, it's actually dominant alphas, but they've been taught to be evil and programmed to command and conquer all the time, no matter what, and never to lose, and blah blah blah, to cheat and lie and to overthrow humanity, kind of thing, and destroy good and families and whatever makes a sustainable society. I don't know who it's, if it's aliens or spirits or animal spirits that have been killed with the meat industry or with pollution, that had their homes invaded or melted down like the polar bear. Sometimes in history there was animal control over man, mental occupy Wall Street kind of dominant pigs and war pigs, and now the war pigs have the power. Hello, me, it's me again. Schizophrenia. It's fun, anyways. I managed to get my black back. It's fun because you can create all these power words. You just have to think of an action that they'll do, and when you say the word, you'll lock that action into place, and you actually give it a power and a spellbound maneuver kind of thing to the word you just said. It's really interesting. Because I don't know, you always look like you understand what's going on. Head bang. Okay, that's playing slide guitar. Wow. Oh, we're almost here. Oh, this is what you wanted. See, I'm doing the work. Now you want cheap. Just gotta give you the right one. You gotta get the milk out of the way by doing this and this. Now these guys protect it. Kind of thing. I made a whole bunch of formations. I made a cyclops. I made a new monk. I made. She's terrible. She has this jaw that goes down her throat with sharp teeth, and this. She's a geisha with a red wind machine. And when she takes it off, you fall on this picture with this humongous throat, barracuda, fucking, what's those fish again? Piranha teeth, shark teeth, kind of throat sucker mom with this terrible, ugly face. But the music, when they would say mom or mommy, that they would point to that woman. They want a terribly dangerous, psychopathic woman. That's what we have that's her mom. So she kind of does a great job. So I've been, it's really fun to fuck the world. People look happy, and they approve most of what you do when you're not trying to do it in an egoistic way, or when you're not trying just to get laid or something. So it's really fun to fuck all these women pictures, because they start moving, eh? And they start giving you this and that. Sometimes they start screwing you, and you're actually balancing everything off, eh? Correcting all your bad habits and kind of thing, and bad reflexes you've gained over fascistic control kind of thing. Then you belong there now. Control this and hold this, and you're the wall there. Can't wait to get this rose on done. It's an eternal twister kind of comeback tape malfunctioning center. The rose I'm trying. It always appears and appears and reappears. Oh, I got it. You need the headbang. Headbang is for this tape inside of you, eh? The windmills, they create a effloration sifter. It kind of flashes you a flash bath. Boom. It's a thought attack. Thought attack flash bath. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Well, yellow heals in my world, so have a yellow. Then you gotta wash. I figured out domination problems. It's because when you give them too much yellow, they become too nice to each other and they tolerate each other's bad habits, kind of thing. And they stop fixing stuff, being too kind to one another. So when they get too kind to one another and they stay in the vice area, you gotta give them purple. Bing. The purple will wash their yellow out and wash their lies and whatever they're trying to hide and get rid of it. So then you give them, I'd say, pink to red, so they change and evolve and get better, kind of thing. Red, magenta, and then blue for the bath, and you give them a red D from the doors. So now it's all worldwide, bang. All the changes, the best. So I just fucked the world. Do you feel it? That's me. See, I'm everywhere now. I'm usually in the sky, but I'm not Lucy and I don't have diamonds. I hate diamonds. I don't like diamonds. I hate to say I hate stuff, but I always start by saying I hate this. So that means you have to hate this at least once for it to change course. Then you break his chains once it bounces off the hate. There's a whole bunch of chains here again. These are heavy chains. This rose is crazy. There's this COVID that hides in the back there. He attracts my attention with a moving sleeve on a coat. And if I let my head go, the sleeve directs my head to where the problem is up there. I can feel him. It's like a horny sensation. He wants the red from there. He thinks it's a corrupt red, I think. But it's not. He wants to be that painting, I think, or the guy on the painting. When you give them an interesting role, they start working for you and they stop killing you. Me, they would kill me, all these spirits. Because everybody would kill me. Everybody would transform into a fucking clone from Star Wars. And all the evil white inside them would start attacking me and demoralizing me and making me depressed and schizo and suicidal tendencies and self-sabotaging, kind of no good with women and that women don't want. Sorry. Chain zone again. The music brings me places. I'm listening to Crass right now. They have the gray wash, bang, gray wash with a rainbow, bang. It's fun, all these color purges and frequency purge from the music. Okay, so anyways, I didn't want to make this video for too long. I usually make an hour. It's been 35 minutes. I've been quite a fool and I made fun of myself a lot. Well, you can make fun of me with all these weird things I have to do with this fucking haunting tentacle thing that. I made it to Chain Paradise again. He's still coming back somehow because these things are reappearing all the time. I hope they change order. Okay, so Jin Jin. So I love you. This is one love. This is the one way. Have your way, all the way. Well, be careful with all the way because all the way has all the way. Some of them aren't that good. So you don't want all the way. You want the one way. You want the true way, the virtue way, the wisdom way. You want the way. I own the no. And the Simpsons too. Let's say. Let's fuck the Simpsons. And the Simpsons voice people. Okay, so this is enough for this video. My roommate just caught me talking to a computer. So he usually comes out to put the rose back in. Whatever. All my roommates have the same habits. Would come out of their room at the same moment. There's this curse that even affects my roommates. It makes me lose them or attract roommates that are gonna steal me or abuse of me or kill me or make my tattoo clients disappear. Oh, that was it. Is he making me untie everything I tied earlier? Maybe those are my mistakes. There's lots of chains down there. It makes me think I'm really weird. That's how you change the world. You rewire it without really letting them know what you're gonna do. So once the changes take place, they don't really remember exactly what they used to like from before the changes, but they know that they rather the changes they just had. So they don't want to go back anymore once they know what changed for them. And they don't really remember what they cared so much about in that other realm. What they didn't need, they forgot or forget when they transform. And what they need, well, they kind of look at or notice or whatsoever. And that's why we break these chains. Because it's new jumpers. Those lights they jump off, bring them somewhere else. So they fall under another mission. So they become different. And the more it goes, the more they become a good person. So here, have these being. These are little COVIDs that will protect you. Tell them to adopt what they want. If you see an image move, well, let your head move in the way the image is moving. It's trying to show you how to lock them in properly so they don't get disturbed. So they have the total control over the image or the person or the animal or the pet. So yeah, so that's how I change people. I don't really give them a choice. I even betray them. But once I betrayed them, they don't really remember what was happening before because they can't go back to that mind space anymore. It's locked. It bounces them off. They just can't. It's impossible for them to go back into that same mental state. So that's why I love your pictures a lot because I use your pictures to pimp you into opening the right doors and shit like this and that and that and that and that and that and that and that. Mamacita, fuck me twice, love me 2 times. And Come on, baby, light my fire. He's crazy. So yeah, keep on posting those beautiful pictures. Feel free to add albums. I add the album art, headbang some magic into it, and make new dynamics, and try to get new inspiration for my painting and drawing and all that. So I'm Justin from Tatouage Calypso in Quebec City. I'm playing King a lot. People seem to like my way. So and they call me Bestie, so I'm the one. So most of the time, well, they got a new one now because I guess somebody has that. They got a new. I gotta look crazy like this. It's because it's always when you can't. You're not supposed to look crazy. That you have all this crazy stuff happening to you. That you have to start looking crazy to fix it. It's the whole point. Then they have psychiatry to take you quiet and out of the game. So this is actual news from the front, right here. So write red pen, blue pen, black pen, green pen. Just fuck your way through it. You'll make it. And do the right choice. Scott. Bye-bye. Ding, ding, ding. That's it.